All right, today we're pulling back the curtain on what feels like one of Google's best-kept secrets. It seems they've been quietly launching a whole suite of AI tools that are so powerful they could completely revolutionize how we work, create, and build things. Let's dive in. Okay, seriously, take a second and think about your monthly budget. How much of it is just gone, right into software subscriptions for design or development or social media tools? It adds up like crazy. Well, what if you could just get rid of most of them? Yep, we are talking about 6 brand new, incredibly powerful AI tools straight from Google. And look, the claim here is huge, that these tools working together could pretty much replace your entire paid software stack. Okay, let's really dig into this. This really is a kind of quiet revolution. You see, these tools didn't get launched with some massive, flashy event. They've just been rolling out almost under the radar. But their combined impact, it could be a seismic shift in how we all get things done. All right, first up, let's talk about building and designing stuff. You know that feeling when you have an amazing idea for an app, but then reality hits. You don't code or you don't have a design budget. Well, this is for you. We're talking about going from just a thought to a finished product without writing a single line of code. So leading the charge is something called Google AI Studio. And the whole idea here is just brilliantly simple. Forget Python, forget JavaScript. You literally just describe the app you want in plain English, and boom, AI Studio builds it for you. This totally changes the game for who can be a creator. And this is why it's such a game changer. It just vaporizes the 3 biggest hurdles for most people. No coding? That means anyone can be a builder. No more fighting with a command line terminal. And you're not juggling 10 different programs anymore. It's all right there. But, you know, a great app has to look great too, right? And that is exactly where Stitch comes into the picture. Think of it as the design partner for AI Studio. You just explain the user interface you're dreaming of, like, say, a clean, minimalist dashboard for a habit tracker, and it just generates a complete professional design for you. And here's the magic. This is where it all clicks together. The whole process is completely seamless. You explain your UI, Stitch generates the design, and then you just import it directly into AI Studio. Suddenly, design and development aren't 2 separate, painful steps, they're one connected flow. Okay, let's pivot. Now we're going to talk about tools for creating and researching. So, if you're a student, a writer, a marketer, basically, if your job involves wrangling information and making it look good, listen up. Say hello to Gemini Canvas. You know that pain of having a great document, a wall of text, and spending hours trying to turn it into a beautiful presentation? Yeah, Gemini Canvas just does that for you. It takes your text and automatically transforms it into clean, visually awesome slides. It's basically a free alternative to those expensive presentation tools. And then you've got Notebook LM, which, wow, this is like having a PhD-level research assistant living inside your computer. You can just feed it anything, documents, websites, videos, and it helps you make sense of it all. And it's not just a one-trick pony. The versatility here is kinda insane. It can give you the TLDR of a dense academic paper, break down a super complex topic into simple terms. It can even spit out a podcast-style script. Get this, it can analyze an entire YouTube channel and pull out key themes. For creators, that's just massive. All right, for our last 2 tools, we're shifting gears into automation and brand management. We're talking about the tools that handle all those repetitive but totally necessary tasks that just drain your time. First up is Opal. Let's be honest, automation tools can be a lot. They're often complicated and feel a bit intimidating. Opal takes a completely different approach. It lets you map out a whole workflow, like, say, how you process customer feedback, and then it just turns that entire process into its own little functional app. It makes automation feel simple.
And last but not least, we have Pelly. Man, if you manage a brand on social media, this is the tool you've been dreaming of. You know the struggle of keeping every post looking consistent, the right colors, the right font? Pelly is built to solve that, automatically.
And the way it works is just ridiculously simple. You just give Pelly your website URL, it goes, scans the whole thing, and intelligently figures out your brand's colors, your fonts, everything. And then, it just starts generating social media posts that are perfectly on brand. It's consistency without any of the effort. Okay, so we've just walked through 6 pretty amazing individual tools. But the real story here, the big takeaway, isn't about any single one of them. It's about what happens when you bring them all together. So let's just quickly recap.
We've got AI Studio and Stitch for building apps. We have Gemini Canvas and Notebook LM for creating and researching. And we have Opal and Peli for automation. 6 super powerful tools. Each one is impressive for sure.
But, and this is the most important part, these aren't just 6 random apps that happen to be made by the same company. They form one unified ecosystem. They're designed from the ground up to talk to each other, to hand off tasks seamlessly.
And when you see it like that, the difference is just night and day. The old way, juggling multiple subscriptions, fighting with clunky workflows, constantly switching between different programs. The Google AI way, it's one free ecosystem, one seamless process. No more switching. The contrast is just huge.
And then, of course, there's the price tag. The number of subscriptions you need to get this whole integrated workflow up and running? 0. Zilch. Nada. It's all free. There's a quote that just wraps this all up perfectly. 6 powerful tools, one unified ecosystem, and most importantly, no subscriptions required. I mean, that's not just an upgrade, that's a total paradigm shift.
So where does this leave us? What does it all mean when a suite of tools this powerful, this integrated, and this free just shows up? You really have to step back and ask, is this the future of how we create, how we build, how we work? And you know what? It really, really might be.